The Centre Party was a close ally of the Catholic Bavarian People's Party, and their supporters were united under their desire to prevent the government from intervening with their Catholic religion. It was founded in 1870 after successfully defeating the Kulturkampf against the Catholic Church.
The Centre Party was most popular and followed in the north and south regions of Germany, which explains why their votes were still at high rates in those regions during the elections of 1932. These regions had a specific stronghold to religious ties, which made the Centre Party so popular.
So, what was the Centre Party about? The Centre Party basically had a prominent Christian Catholic ideology following, and they favored the Enabling Act, which gave legislative powers to Hitler. Many Christians in the party were conservative, as they had a formalized alliance between the center and conservatives. The Centre Party started to support economic decisions in the early 1890s. The party despised abortion and also really supported the idea of having traditional ways for women. They valued implementing Catholic Christianity into education for children, and they were against the government interfering with Christian ideology and beliefs.
The party was able to maintain standing in the government mainly due to their support from German Catholics. They had immense loyalty to the party and also made up 37% of the German population, which allowed for significant support in the government. They also consistently had chancellors from the party's leadership because of the supporters' loyalty. Nonetheless, at the start of the Depression in 1929, they began losing support as many turned to extremist parties to get stuff done.
The first German voter profile is Frieda, who is a 22-year-old shop owner trying to save money while her fiancé fears that he will lose his job. Frieda might vote for the Centre Party because they plan to reduce taxes on businesses and provide governmental support to strengthen the values of families. However, the party does support raising taxes on individuals, which would have negative effects on both Frieda and her fiancé. However, the final verdict, I think that Frieda would vote in favor of the Central Party, given that they do support her desires to start a family and her small business.
The voter profile is for Gertrude, a 52-year-old wife of a business manager. Her husband believes that high labor costs and taxes prevent his business from expanding and blames expensive government social programs for Germany's problems. Gertrude would most likely vote for the Centre Party because they plan to reduce taxes on businesses, which encourages economic expansion, allowing her husband's business to grow. They also plan to balance the government's budget, which will reduce spending on the expensive social programs her husband hates. However, the party does support upholding laws that prohibit abortion and upholding familial values, which may or may not align with Gertrude's religious beliefs. Nonetheless, Gertrude would still vote in favor of the Centre Party, given that they support the success of her husband's business and the funding of social programs.
This voter profile is for Gretel. She's a 45-year-old wife of a farmer. She has worked on a small farm with her family for over 20 years, and she's a devout traditional Christian who doesn't like the Weimar government. Overall, Gretel would vote for the Centre because they would implement religion into schools, as well as focusing on the economy and making sure families like Gretel are treated well. However, the party has a strong traditional standard for women in regard to abortion, so they may or may not be in conflict with Gretel's personal beliefs about her rights to abortion.
This German voter profile is for Dietrich, who is a 21-year-old unmarried factory worker who recently lost his job due to the economic crisis, but occasionally finds low-paying part-time work. Some nights, however, he is forced to not eat and sleep in the park. The primary reason why Dietrich would vote for the Centre Party is that they promise to reduce street violence by communists and other radical groups, which would make it safer for Dietrich to sleep in the park and just in general. However, the party supports cutting spending on social programs and increasing taxes on individuals, which would make it more difficult for Dietrich to live in a German society. Additionally, the traditional family structure is near impossible for Dietrich to conform to due to his financial situation. The final verdict for this voter would be that Dietrich could not vote for the Center Party, given that they want to increase taxes on individuals and cut spending on social programs.